Jimmy Kimmel is back on the air, but here's the twist. Was he ever really gone? His so-called suspension might not be what it seems. We're talking Disney boardroom drama, Trump feuds, blackouts on local stations, and record-shattering ratings. This story is messier, louder, and more political than anything late-night TV has seen in years. Hey y'all, welcome to Celebrity News Central, where we break down Hollywood's most shocking headlines and the untold truths behind them. Let's start with the numbers, because they're not just impressive, they're historic. On Tuesday night, Jimmy Kimmel Live returned to ABC and pulled in a staggering 6.3 million viewers, the highest audience for a regularly scheduled episode in the show's history. And that's only the beginning. Kimmel's 23-minute comeback monologue exploded on YouTube, racking up over 11 million views in just 12 hours. For context, that's already bigger than his famously emotional speech after the 2017 Las Vegas Route 91 shooting, which drew 10 million views and even outpaced his fiery rant after Trump's re-election, which peaked at 9 million. In other words, what was framed as a punishment may have ended up becoming the best publicity Kimmel has ever had. But here's where the story starts to twist. ABC insisted on calling this a week-long suspension, almost downplaying it like it was business as usual. Yet insiders and media critics are asking a harder question. Was this really about late-night ratings? Or was Disney bowing to political pressure it couldn't afford to ignore? Some argue the move reflects the lingering chill of cancel culture during the Trump years, where networks made quick decisions to silence controversy rather than stand behind their stars. And that raises the bigger issue. Was Jimmy Kimmel sidelined because of what he said or because of who he angered? Disney, of course, is no stranger to controversy, but this time it's being dragged into legal crosshairs. The lawyer best known for taking on Donald Trump in sexual abuse and defamation cases is now demanding answers from the company. He's warning Disney that unless it comes clean to shareholders about what really happened with Kimmel's suspension, it could face legal consequences. That's not just a threat to its public image, it's a direct challenge to one of the most powerful corporations in entertainment, one that prides itself on controlling every narrative down to the last detail. And as if that wasn't enough, the drama spilled over into America's living rooms. Viewers in more than 60 US markets found themselves unable to watch Kimmel's big return. Why? Because two media giants, Sinclair and Nexstar, flat out boycotted the show, refusing to air his comeback. At first glance, it looked like a serious blow. But here's the irony. The blackout may have actually supercharged his reach. With millions suddenly unable to watch on TV, fans flocked to YouTube, driving those digital numbers sky high. What was meant to silence him only made him louder, proving once again how unpredictable today's media landscape has become. And that brings us to the part of this story that has everyone on edge: free speech. Kimmel's suspension and reinstatement shine a spotlight on the growing influence of the Federal Communications Commission under Chairman Brendan Carr. Carr, who has openly aligned himself with Trump's political agenda, has warned of a massive shift in how broadcasters are regulated. His message is clear: step out of line, and networks could face consequences. That's chilling when you consider how vague the FCC's public interest standard really is. Critics argue this gives Carr the power to weaponize broadcast licenses against dissenting voices, turning political influence into a direct threat to the First Amendment. For Kimmel, and for every late-night host who makes their living pushing boundaries, this could signal a new era of caution, or confrontation. And of course, Donald Trump couldn't resist inserting himself into the story. The former president pounced, claiming Kimmel had been suspended for one simple reason: bad ratings. Kimmel, quick with the punchline, flipped it on its head. Only Donald Trump would try to prove he's not threatening ABC by threatening ABC. But he didn't stop there. With his trademark sting, Kimmel reminded viewers that Trump knows more about bad numbers than anyone, pointing to his historically low approval ratings. It was late-night comedy turned political counterpunch, exactly the kind of moment that makes Kimmel both loved and loathed. So here's the million-dollar question: was Jimmy Kimmel truly silenced by Disney and political pressure, or was this the kind of orchestrated controversy that modern media thrives on? Did his suspension expose the tightening grip of politics on entertainment, or was it simply a well-played publicity stunt that worked far better than anyone expected? one thing is undeniable. With record-breaking TV numbers, viral YouTube dominance, legal threats against Disney, FCC scrutiny, and his feud with Trump reignited, the Jimmy Kimmel saga is far from over. But what do you think? Was this suspension real, or was it all Hollywood politics and power plays? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because here at Celebrity News Central, the drama never stops. See y'all in the next video.